Welcome to IDC 2025. I've come to the Backscreen stand. Alongside me is Jan Frelick, and we're going to be talking a little bit about design, user interface, and to start off with, particularly for Generation Z or Gen Z, if you prefer, because you've been doing a lot of work in that area, I think.
Exactly, because Gen Z is the future. And currently this future basically follows Instagram and TikTok, and money follows them. They are not with broadcasters. They are not that much with classical, typical service operators. And we believe that it's high time to win them back from Instagram, from TikTok, restore them to local service providers for also cultural continuity.
Because the expectation is that the younger viewers will simply do what mum and dad do. If they're not doing it now, they'll do it later on. But the kind of content they're consuming in the first place is distinctly different from the kind of items, topics that you or I might watch.
Yes, I think this assumption just justifies the comfort zone that service providers are now in, that people will change their behaviors. No, we should assume people will not change their behaviors. Young generation, Gen Z, they like short vertical formats on mobile devices. That's how we should define the way they consume content, and we should provide application and user interfaces which support that. Typical Netflix type of approach does not do the job anymore, not to mention live TV. And that's where Backscreen figured out how to implement Instagram or TikTok experience into mobile application, which can be at hand of service providers, of broadcasters, of pay TV providers.
And your pitch to operators includes really not just the user interface itself, obviously that's a very important part of it, but also the means to get the content, perhaps bite-sized portions of a longer format show that could be watched at a later time.
Exactly. Basically, this Gen Z story is a big thing because you need to reinvent the content to prepare proper shots, proper clips that appeal to this audience. But also, on the other hand side, you get, and of course you need tool to manage this content. But on the other hand side, you also get mobile interface, which is interactive interface, which also enables completely new monetization models. So basically, if you get engaged in this topic, in this area, how to cater to Gen Z, it's about creativity in the content production field, in the content monetization field, and in the user interfaces in the distribution itself, where you need application with proper user interface, but also you need CMS to manage content properly, to ingest the short forms, to link short and long forms, to design the flow from short into long form, to ultimately win the eyeballs, because money follow eyeballs.
And there's a double thing here, I think, because it's also about cultural identity. I'm not talking about any nationalistic things, but simply making sure or taking the younger audiences along and knowing what's important within a particular country.
Exactly. And it's a mission for public institutions, for public broadcasters to spread this national identity across all audiences. And without proper tool on the distribution side, but also on the content production side, it's not going to be feasible. These generations will fall into cultures spread by Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah, I guess, the big tech, if you like, is the one size fits all, which goes right the way across the world. The language might be localized, but ostensibly it's the same product. And what you're looking to do in part anyway is to make sure that there's the opportunity there for, I don't know, be it, national song, national dance, art style, whatever that might be.
Exactly like this. We give the platform to distribute this content in a way which caters to the young audiences.
Jan, thank you very much for
speaking
to us. And we've got more videos on our YouTube channel, as well as broadbandtvnews.com.